Alabama rolls over Hofstra as they are going to survive and advance. Alabama's March Madness. Alabama's Sweet 16 hopes did not go up in smoke with the loss of Aiden Holloway. Alabama beats Hofstra in the first round by 20 points, 90-70, as Alabama pulls away late in the game. All SEC, All American LeBaron Philon leads the way as big time players make big time plays to lead their teams to victory. And LeBaron did just that today. Bama handled the adversity like a champ and wins to advance to the round of 32 on Sunday. Welcome to another episode of the Bamateur Hour podcast. I'm Bamateur John. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026 in the year of our Lord. Thank you for tuning in. We have over 8,800 subscribers to our YouTube channel and growing, heading to 10,000. Thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and follow with us on here. Well, Alabama gets a huge win today in the NCAA tournament. Alabama shows its resiliency in beating Hofstra. Aiden Holloway, Alabama's second leading scorer on the team for the season, got arrested on felony drug charges. No Holloway, no problem. Bama gets the win by 20 points, 90-70 to advance to the round of 32. They're going to play Texas Tech on Sunday and have a chance to make it to the Sweet 16 and get that. Alabama's NCAA dreams did not go up in smoke. With Holloway being ruled off the team and unable to play. One down, 5 more to go to win a national championship, survive in advance, and they actually were able to thrive in advance. Great showing by Alabama, get a 20-point win. Hofstra's a decent team. Really got a hats off to Alabama. Great job, hats off to Nate Oates. And eat it, Seth Davis and other Bama-hating analysts who called for Hofstra to win. All of those that thought that with the Holloway issue, that was it, Alabama's going to lose, who thought Alabama was overrated, didn't think Alabama could step up, also thought the SEC wasn't that good. Well, Alabama proved that they're a really good team. They also proved the SEC is a really tough league. They were battle-tested. They were ready, and they came out and won. So Alabama wins. Seth Davis, they prove you wrong. Nate Oates shows he's a big-time coach. Would have been fun for you, Seth Davis, and your other Alabama-hating analysts for Alabama to lose and to talk about the upsets and just talk about how smart you are. But Nate Oates is too good of a coach, and Alabama is too good of a team this year to lose to an inferior Hofstra team. You're wrong. So give Alabama its flowers. Give Philon and the Alabama team and Nate Oates their accolades and give Alabama the respect. They are a top 20 team in the country. They showed it tonight, and they're going to get a chance to show it again on Sunday and show that they're a top 10 team, get the win, and then advance to the Sweet 16. Philon showed his leadership and his prowess in this game. Last year, Philon could not have done this, could not have led the team like he did, but he's done it all season. He was great. Philon is the team leader and the best player on his team, did his part, scoring 29 points, including 21 in the first half. He also had 8 rebounds. He had 7 assists. He had 3 steals. Now, he did have 5 turnovers, a little bit sloppy, particularly in the first half, but he cleaned it up. And when it was winning time, he made winning plays. When it was time to make key shots, he did it. But he also got help from his teammates because he had 29 points, but we got 90. So he put up a third of our points, but the other guys came through as well and did what they did. And remember, Philon is not 100% healthy, and he's not going to be healthy 100% for the rest of the season. So he's doing it sort of on 1.5 legs, and he still plays great. He is so much better this year. He's so much more consistent. He brings it game in and game out, and he brought it tonight, and he led us to victory. Great job. So hats off, LeBaron Philon. We love you. Great job. Your NBA stock is rising, and you're proving you are one of the best guards in the nation, and everybody has to fear you. And trust me, Texas Tech is going to be aware of where you are, what you're doing, and they're going to be preparing defenses for you. So, all right, you Philonettes, all the rest of you Alabama players, step up, do what you did tonight, contribute, and make sure that we're balanced. Because Philon can't carry us. He can do a lot, but he can't carry us in and of himself. You guys have to step up too, and you did tonight. Great job, players. So With Holloway out, I said it was other players' opportunity to step up and show out, and they did tonight. Players like Reitzel, Millette, Taylor Bowen, Amari Allen, even Jalel Bethea had the opportunity to step up and contribute more, and most of those guys did. We had 5 Bama players scoring double figures, led by Fallon. Amari Allen had 11 points, Aiden Sherrill had 15 points, Latrell Reitzel had 11 points, Taylor Bowen had 15 points, as all of those guys stepped up. And then they hit the boards hard. They played tough defense. We'll talk more about that. And then Houston Millette and London Jemison also played well and did lots of the dirty work, a lot of the hard hat things needed to get the win. Played tough defense, got on the floor, went after loose balls. Those guys all played really, really well. So I would say we had 7 guys that really contributed to the effort. Normally we have 8 or 9. We had 7 guys that really, really contributed to the effort and got a lot done out there. So great job. And then Bama's defense and rebounding improved today. Without Holloway, Bama puts a bigger lineup out on the court, and Bama's defense is better. Holloway's not a stellar defensive player. He's small. Quite honestly, he doesn't throw himself into defense like a maniac. He doesn't always play fundamentally sound defense, and we were a better defense, and we're a better rebounding team without Holloway in the lineup, and our scoring didn't suffer. Alabama held Hofstra to 70 points while scoring 90. Alabama out-rebounded Hofstra by 12, 46-34. Alabama had 10 turnovers while Hofstra had 12, so we handled the ball really well. You think of Holloway as a point guard, as a facilitator, and as a scorer. We didn't miss him. We really didn't. Guys did a great job. Do I wish we had Holloway in there as an extra added arsenal, extra weapon to bring in? Yes, but we don't. And the guys stepped up and did a great job. And then Alabama had 38 points in the paint to just 22 for Hofstra. So we dominated the boards. We dominated inside the paint. We did a great job. And once Alabama took the lead at the end of the first half, Alabama held the lead the rest of the way and closed out the game late with tough defense and timely scoring as we won by 20. This was not a survive and advance. It was a thrive and advance as we beat them by 20. The game was kind of in doubt and close down the stretch till about 3 minutes left to go in the game, but Alabama closed them out, put it to them. Here were my pregame concerns and notes prior to the game. I had an upset concern that Hofstra could do this in the first round and beat us without Holloway. When you lose your second leading scorer, when you lose a guy who was having a good season, those concerns, they're there. They're real, but Alabama did it. They were able to make it happen. I thought Alabama could be a better defense, should be a better defensive team and rebounding team without Holloway, and they proved it. I was concerned we'd be less potent on offense, but we put up 90 points against the decent Hofstra team. They're not a bad team, and we beat them pretty good. So we stepped up. It was an A effort for Alabama for most of the game, and certainly the second half was an A to A plus effort. Nate Oates has his work cut out for him in a season where the injury bug has kept players out of the lineup. He's managed that. He's managed all the disruption, all the junk off the court, and hats off to Nate Oates for coaching the team, getting them ready, getting them prepared, and making it happen. Stellar effort. Just hats off. And Alabama responded. They avoided the upset. They even avoided a close win. In the first half, it was close, but in the second half, Alabama turned up the heat and won by 20. Bama scored 90 points, had 5 players in double figures, so the offense was clicking. We didn't seem to miss Holloway. We were a better defensive team, better rebounding team. Nate Oates had the guys prepared. They stepped up and they played. They were focused. They played hard. When we had the lapse in the first half, we snapped out of it, went on a run, took the lead at halftime, and then didn't relinquish the lead the rest of the way and stretched the lead out and won by 20. So just a great job. The first half was tough. Alabama started off quickly, came out aggressive, forced turnovers, made shots, went up 8-2. Then Hofstra responded after that to take a 10-point lead in the first half. And with less than 9 minutes to go, they were up by 10. And boy, it looked bad for Alabama. Hofstra seemed to be controlling things, seemed to be able to get their way. Their defense seemed to stop Alabama from scoring easily, and we seemed to be in a bad way. And then Alabama went on a run And from down 10, went up 2 at half to go in halftime up 37-35. So let's talk about that tough first half. Bama takes a 6-point lead, and then Hofstra flips things to take a 10-point lead as they went up 28-18 with 9:20 left in the first half. Bama seemed to be in trouble. Hofstra was led by shooting guard German Plotnikov. He had 8 points, just bang, bang, bang as he made 2 threes and a nice 2. And we really seemed to be in trouble, but really that was all he scored. And we shut him out after that, which was good. And then Bama responded after having that scoring drought and falling behind 28-18, went on a 19-7 run to close out the half and took a 2-point lead at halftime as Bama showed resiliency. Bama had gone ice cold in shooting and really, really struggled. And then they came out in after that 5-minute period where they only scored 2 points. It says 200 points, but they only scored 2 points in a 5-minute period. Then after that, they scored 17 points to close out in the last 8 minutes of the game to go up 37-35 at half. And then they came out in the second half, and I was concerned about, will we come out flat? Will we come out strong? What we do in the second half? And Alabama quickly stretched the lead from 2-10. Philon led the way, scoring 21 points in the second half of his 29 points. The rest of the team scored the ball effectively in the second half as well, as Alabama put up 53 points in the second half after putting up 37 points in the first half. And the Philonettes, which I'll call all the other players, those players that support LeBaron Philon, he's the key driver of this team. They scored 32 points. He had 21 points. They scored 32 points, and we put up 53 points in the second half, and we held Hofstra to just 35 points. So great offensive output, great defensive output, great job. And it really was next man up. Those players that are healthy and still in good standing on the team needed to step up. They needed to pick up the slack. They needed to show that Alabama can win big games without Holloway. And we did just that. And it gets no bigger than one and done in the tournament. Now's the time to do it again. Let's do it on Sunday. We're a battle. We're a good, solid team. We've got good players. We're going against the battle-tested Texas Tech team, so we got to be ready. We got to be ready to go. So it's time to thrive and advance, which is what we did in round 1. So let's do it again in the round of 32. Let's get to the Sweet 16. We'll worry about that once we get through Texas Tech, but let's keep it going, guys. Survive and advance. Get the win any way you can. Against Hofstra, we didn't just survive and advance. We thrived in advance. That was great. Bama was the better and more dominant team. Bama didn't get lucky. This was not a buzzer beater lucky win. Bama did the hard work. They made the big plays. They won the game. When Bama was down by 10 in the first half, we didn't wilt under the tournament pressure and fold. Bama stepped up and got a convincing read. So now the road to the Sweet 16. My confidence in Bama reaching the Sweet 16 is better. Seeing the win over Hofstra gives me more confidence that they can beat Texas Tech. Not going to be an easy game. It's going to be tough, but that's what happens in March. It's tough. It's tournament pressure. It's one and done. Your season's over if you lose. There's no more tomorrow. So on Sunday, I view it as a toss-up game, but I think Alabama can win. I think if we get an A effort out of Alabama, we're going to win. But show me it again. Show me that you have the skills and the toughness to get to the second week of the tournament and to get to the Sweet 16. Let's talk about the odds. Here are the betting odds. Texas is slightly favored over Alabama. I like that. We're now the underdog. Texas is anywhere between a 1.5 and a 2.5 point favorite, depending on where you look. On the money line, Texas is minus 114 to minus 120. Alabama is plus 110 to plus 102. So the bookmakers, the odds makers, and probably all the people listening to the analysts that are saying Alabama's doomed because of Holloway, that shifted the betting lines. But we can beat this team, and we need to do it. So let's focus on Texas. Alabama needs to focus on Texas Tech. They need to not worry about the Sweet 16. They need to not worry about a possible game against a really good Michigan team. They need to play it one game at a time. They need to play it one play at a time. They need to get out there and do what they need to do, and let's get this and get back to another Sweet 16. There's plenty of time to focus on Michigan after you get the win on Sunday. But if you don't get focused and beat Tech, it doesn't matter what you think or what you do about Michigan because you won't play them. So Texas Tech, let's talk about what happened with them today. They beat Akron. They beat Akron by 20. They had 5 players hit double figures. Lawan Watts had 14 points. Jalen Perry had 24 points, including 5 threes. Donovan Outwell had 15 points, including 4 threes. Christian Anderson had 18 points and 2 threes. And Josiah Mosley had 16 points. They put up a lot of points and they rained threes. Why did Texas Tech win and why did they blow them out? Because Texas Tech shot the lights out from the field and from three. Really good shooting team. They were 64% from the field. They were 56% from three, going 11 for 20. We're going to have to defend the three-point line really well. We're going to have to get them to shoot contested threes, not give them wide open threes. And then we're going to have to deal with them coming at the rim and protect the rim. So it's going to be a real defensive challenge, but we got to be up to it. Guys got to step up. Bama needs to refocus on Tech and Texas Tech and play hard and play smart. It's do or die. Make it happen. Find a way. Play hard, play smart, survive in advance. Bama can win, but it's going to take great effort and focus on Sunday. Nate Oates is going to get you ready. I mean, he's shown time and again he can take teams to the Sweet 16. You guys get out there, execute the plan, play hard, do what you need to do. And we can get this win. Let's keep it going, find a way to get to the Sweet 16, and let's prove Bama is a top 16, top 10 team. Let's get the win on Sunday. All right, that's it for now. We'll be watching. That's it. Subscribe, follow, like, hit the notify bell wherever you access the podcast. Thank you for listening. God bless, and roll Tide.